All right, so let's do some examples of factoring trinomials. So we're going to go and follow the steps to factoring trinomial, where we're going to set up our parentheses. We're going to fill in the variable of the first term. We're going to draw the x so we can fill in that x portion, the product, as well as the adding and finding those factors. But first, as I mentioned in class, whenever we go into factoring, we want to make sure that we always ask ourselves, is there a GCF that can be factored out of this question that we have here, this first example, x squared plus 5x plus 6. If there is a GCF, we're going to go ahead and factor it out. But for question 1, x squared plus 5x plus 6, there is no GCF. So we're going to move along and we're going to factor the trinomial. Let's set up our parentheses. And we're going to fill in the factors of the first term, meaning let's break down x squared, which is x and x. And then let's go ahead, changing the order up from the steps, let's go ahead and place the signs in the parenthesis. So remember, we look at the sign of the last term. When the sign of the last term is positive, we're going to have the same signs. Same what? Well, it's going to be two positives. How do we determine if it's two positive? We use the sign of the middle case here, or the middle term, excuse me. And then we want to fill in the last part of this, the components. So this is where we're going to draw our x, and we're looking for factors of 6. That will be our C, multiplying. That will add to give us the middle term of 5. That will be our B. So as we think about factors of 6, factors of 6, let's go ahead and list them. We have 1 and 6, and we have 2 and 3. Factors, when we multiply, would give us 6, but those two numbers will give us 5. Well, we have 2 and 3, we have 1 and 6. So when we add 2 and 3, we get 5. When we multiply 2 and 3, we have 6. So we're going to put these two factors into the last term in each parenthesis. So 2 and 3. Now, does it matter the order? If we said x plus 3 versus and times x plus 2 versus x plus 2 times x plus 3, it doesn't matter. As long as one parenthesis has x plus 2 and the other parenthesis has x plus 3, the order doesn't matter. Now to check our work, we FOIL. We have x squared plus 3x plus 2x plus 6. The middle terms we add together, we have x squared plus 5x plus 6. So this is our original question. So our solution is x plus 2 times x plus 3. Next example. We have here x squared minus 6x plus 8. Let's set up our template. Let's fill in the variable for the first term. We have x and x. And then let's go ahead and use our sign rules as well. Sign of the last term is positive, so we're going to have the same signs, same negatives. Let's draw our X. So we're looking for factors of 8. Remember, this is going to be our C part in the trinomial. Factors of 8 mean we're going to multiply. That will add to give us the middle term of -6. So make sure you look at the signs in front of each term. So think of factors of 8. We have 1 and 8 and 2 and 4. So when we add one of these the numbers, sets of numbers, will give us at least 6, and we'll put the negative to what needs to be there. So we're going to use 2 and 4, but we want to make sure that this puzzle, this X puzzle, is true. See, 2 times 4 is 8. 2 plus 4 is 6. We want -6. So the negative needs to be applied to the 2 and to the 4. So we already have it here when we put our sign rules there. Okay, so then we have positive, well, excuse me, not positive. We have a 2 and we have a 4, a -2 and a -4. So when we multiply those together, we're gonna, to check our work using the for method, we'll come up with the original question. So this is our solution, x minus 2 times x minus 4.